This is the biggest disaster in Gervonta Davis's career. Just when you thought boxing couldn't get any crazier, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, one of the most feared knockout artists in the game, has just been arrested. And the reason is a fight-fixing scam tied to his recent controversial fight with Lamont Roach. Yep, you heard that right. The same fight that had the entire boxing world screaming robbery has now put Tank in legal trouble. Fans were already calling the decision a disgrace, but now there's real talk that the fight might have been rigged. And the worst part is there's a money trail that supposedly goes straight back to Tank.
The rules that he didn't get hit with a punch. He didn't turn his back like he wanted to quit. It's just like when you get a thumb in the eye, it's a foul.
He did turn his eye. He did turn his back.
But he didn't turn his back like he was gonna quit. Like you've seen some guys turning. He obviously mentioned that he had something in his eye, and it wasn't from a punch. It was time in between the shots. I think that by the time he wanted that, or he took a knee. But I think in the rules it states that you're allowed to do that. If you go back and you read some of the rules, I know a lot of people are complaining about it, but I think it was upheld in New York that it was okay for him to do that. I think part of the rules state that it was okay. As a coach on the other side, I would have.
Yeah. Of course, right? Of course.
I would have thrown a fit, man.
But it doesn't stop there. As if this weren't already a nightmare, the man who once built Gervonta up, Floyd Mayweather himself, has now totally turned his back on him. Floyd just broke his silence on this whole mess, and let's just say he's not supporting Tank this time. In fact, he's making it clear this is the end of Gervonta Davis. So what really happened? Did Tank throw the fight? Was there dirty money involved? And what exactly did Floyd say that has people thinking Gervonta's career is done for good? Let's break it down. Alright, let's get straight into it. The reports are in. Insane sources claims that Gervonta Davis is being investigated for his alleged participation in a fight-fixing scandal that could shake boxing to its core.
You know, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me regardless. I told him leave his mom's and, the people home, and he still brung them. It's crazy, man. It's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad, man. But, it's all love. You've been talking a little too much, too. I've been peeping, so, it's close, so we'll see Saturday night.
I mean, he said he feels like you've been talking a little bit too much. What do you take away from that? And do you feel that you have been talking a little too much, or is it just more of a confidence that, I know what I can do?
Yeah, what I'm supposed to say when they ask me questions. What I'm supposed to say?
Yeah.
Oh, he going to do, like, normally 9 times out of 10, the questions start with, oh, Tank's a knockout power puncher, blase, blase. What are you going to do? Yeah, what? Yeah. I'm going to say what I got to say. I know what I can do. That's what I'm supposed to.
You bring your mother?
She right there. You ain't hear her ask, why the fuck would you leave me?
What?
I mean, that's just out her mouth, straight up.
What? Why do you bring her?
What you mean why I bring her? She love to see me whoop ass. See? I mean, hey, what you ain't too shy saying what you gonna do, right?
I am now.
You are now?
Yeah.
Why?
Mom Deuce right there.
Nah. It's alright.
But hold up, what exactly is he being accused of? Well, it all started when detectives found suspicious betting patterns on some of Tank's recent fights. We're talking last-minute odd shifts, insiders making massive baits, and fights ending in ways that raised eyebrows. And his latest bout with Lamont Roach, this one caused a stir heading into Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach. Everyone and their mothers thought this was just another easy payday for Tank. I mean, let's be real, Tank is a knockout machine. The dude has been steamrolling opponents for years, and most people didn't even give Lamont Roach a chance. The odds were stacked against him. The commentators were already talking who Tank could fight next before the opening bell even rang, but then Lamont Roach came in with no fear and flipped the script on the entire boxing world. From the first bell, Roach was moving forward, outworking Tank and landing more shots. This wasn't supposed to happen. Tank was supposed to rule, but instead he looked uncomfortable. The biggest shock is the numbers don't lie. According to CompuBox, Roach threw more punches and landed more good shots than Tank over 12 rounds. He wasn't just living, he was straight up taking the fight to one of the most feared punchers in boxing. By the time they hit the later rounds, the momentum had totally shifted. Tank was still scary, but he was getting outboxed, and his frustration was showing.
Clearly in there, man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
Then came the 9th round when Gervonta Davis took a fall. Yes, you heard that right. Tank, the knockout king, willingly dropped to one knee mid-fight. Now, in boxing, taking a knee is normally a sign of a fighter giving up, needing time to recover, or just being hurt. But when Tank did it, the ref didn't even start a count. He just let it happen. So what was Tank's reason after the fight? He claimed that grease from his hair got into his eye, and he had to wipe it off. If that was any other boxer, the referee would have started a count instantly. If a fighter willingly takes a knee, it's a fall. No argument, no discussion, that's the rule.
I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that.
But for some reason, Steve Willis just let the Tank stand up and continue like nothing even happened.
I told y'all in every single interview, this whole press run, when the fight got announced, I put belt to ass. And you can see that's what I do.
Lamont, you threw more punches and you landed more punches than Tank. How were you able to do this tonight?
What I just tell you, I'm him. I'm telling you that. I'm one of the best fighters in the world, man. And it showed tonight. He probably wasn't welling when he said the grease got in his eye. But if you voluntarily take a knee and the ref start counting, it should be a knockdown. If that's a knockdown, I win the fight. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not banking on that knockdown to win. I just thought I pulled it out.
What happens next?
Shit, I hope we can run it back. I want to run it back for sure. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. And, thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for hating me. I'll be right back on this same very stage again, like I belong.
Congratulations, Lamont. A breakthrough performance. Really putting your name out there.
Thank you.
Let's send it back to ringside and more Ronaldo.
Everyone's side. The announcers, the fans, and even Tank's own corner knew what just happened. The crowd exploded. People were screaming at their TVs and social media, and into a meltdown. How do you ignore that? And just when you thought it couldn't get more suspicious, Tank's trainer Calvin Ford stormed into the ring mid-round. That should have been instant disqualification right there. No coach is allowed to enter the ring during A live round ever, but what did the referee do? Nothing, no warning, no point deduction, no disqualification. He let it slide. At this point, fans weren't just questioning the officiating, they were outright calling it corruption. Gee, this boxing is no stranger to controversies. But this isn't just about bad judging or corrupt commissions. This is about a world champion allegedly throwing fights on purpose. It was a good night for the sport. I didn't get what the decision I want, but we get a loss either. So I felt like I wanted the last couple rounds, so on. That's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that repeat because I know what I can do in the fight. But it's cool, Tank. How much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now? And do you think it's going to stand as some sort of like renewed motivation for you? Like the guys were saying, as you move through these next couple of fights, yeah, it just, full to the fire and things like that, fail to the fire, but it's cool. It's cool, the draw is okay, it's alright, you know what I mean. You live and you learn, I definitely could have. That was on me too, that was on me for sure because I didn't pick it up when I was meant to pick it up, and, I could have definitely done more. Now, Floyd Mayweather wasn't going to stay quiet about this. We all know Floyd and Tank had a complicated friendship. Floyd was the one who brought Tank into the spotlight, built him up, and put him in a position to become a hero, but things between them started falling apart when Tank left Mayweather Promotions. What? How? What's the name? See, you got your people. You're all moving. How? Laughter where? I don't know. I like FL Downey J, and ever since then, Floyd's been throwing shots at him. Laughter keep going, but this time Floyd's going for the kill. In a recent interview, Floyd was asked about Tank's arrest, and instead of defending his former protege, he totally buried him. Boxing is a business, but when you start messing with the purity of the sport, it's over. People trusted him, people believed in him, and now he's finished. The man who built a business on being undefeated and keeping boxing clean just made it clear he thinks Tank's career is done. When I say certain things, they say, oh, he's hating. There's no different from when I talk about, the thing with Gervonta, for instance. When I said that I need all fighters, I said, I need all the young fighters that are making money in the sport of boxing. And what I need you guys to do is do this. Brother, it's Mark Gucci, Louis Mercedes. We need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live that same great life when our jobs are over. So I guess that he took it as I guess he's the only one that wears chrome. He's the only one that wears Gucci. He's the only one that wears Louis Vuitton. And he's the only one that drives the Mercedes. And last time I checked, we got fighters all around the world that wear top flight clothes that make good money. And let's be real, when Floyd says something like that, people listen. But is Floyd just talking? Or does he know something we don't? Because in another conversation, he hinted that he saw this coming. I've been in this sport my whole life. I know when something isn't right. Trust me. I saw it coming. Hear me out. Lamont Roach and his team are not backing down after seeing one of the biggest robberies in boxing history happen right in front of their eyes. They've made one thing clear. They're taking this fight to court. Roach's lawyer, Greg Smith, has already fired off a legal letter to the New York State Athletic Commission asking that the fight result be overturned. In the letter, Smith made it clear that Roach was the true winner and that NYSAC's handling of the situation was completely unacceptable. And can you blame them? Roach didn't just hold his own against Gervonta Davis, he beat him, he landed more punches, outworked Tank, and had him on the ropes multiple times. That 9th round, he should have sealed the deal, but instead corruption, incompetence, or both let Davis walk away with his undefeated record intact. Now Roach and his team are suing Nick for this blatant robbery, and they're ready to take this fight as far as it needs to go to get justice. The second time around he going to come guns blazing. And that's really when it's going to be. And get this, NYSAC has already admitted that they made multiple mistakes. They admitted that their instant replay system malfunctioned and couldn't be used properly, plus the referee failed to acknowledge a clear knockdown, and Calvin Four should have never been allowed to interfere mid-fight. But even after admitting all of that, they're still letting the draw stand. So what does this mean for Tank? Well, let's just say things are not looking good. With his recent arrest for fight-fixing allegations and Niak's mistakes being exposed, there's a very real chance that he could be suspended from boxing. If investigators find any evidence that this fight was tampered with, Tank could lose his boxing license entirely, and that would be the biggest fall from grace boxing has seen in years. Gervonta Davis I'd have walked away with his undefeated record intact, but his legacy is hanging by a thread. Lamont Roach shocked the world by pushing him to his exact limit, and if NYSAC had done their job right, Tank would have taken his first loss. No discussion. But here's the real question. Is this the end of Gervonta Davis? Will the lawsuit, the controversy, and his arrest totally ruin his career, or will he somehow escape this mess and come back stronger? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Tank finished? Did Roach get robbed? And most importantly, should this fight have been called a DQ loss for Davis? So that's all I have for you today. Make sure to like, follow, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. I'll see you in the next one.